Guys, I hope you're all doing okay. So today is on 28th of May 2020, and this day happens to be the World's Menstrual Hygiene Day. It's a day where we celebrate, or rather we create awareness about the challenges and the issues that affect ladies and women during their menstrual periods. So guys, as I told you earlier, my channel is a channel that you talk about anything and everything that is never talked about there. Like, I understand there's a taboo, people really don't want to talk about periods. So guys, before I start it off, kindly go subscribe, share, and of course leave down a comment about what you feel about the video. So let's do this. Mensing happens every month, and to every single lady, a girl, a woman has a different story about their experience, how it started, how they felt, how the transition was, how their parents and friends reacted to it. So I'm here to tell you about, guys, the facts that they didn't tell you about periods. Yani zile vitu they never told you what happens when you start experiencing your periods and everything. To understand why the government will offer free condoms, the sure condoms, and they fail to offer pads. So I believe they somehow take the pads as a luxury and not a need. And I believe, ladies, you just can't survive without a pad every single month, because you definitely will be expecting your periods, not unless you're pregnant. So I fail to understand why the government is not providing these sanitary pads as freely as they do to the sure condoms. Because when you bump into city councils toilets here in Nairobi, you won't lack a condom, but you will never ever come across a free pad that is kept there for ladies to come and use them for an emergency. And also I fail to understand, like, during this COVID-19 pandemic, the government is offering some mask and some antiseptic or other sanitizers, but just any county government or any other MC or an MP or even a woman rep providing sanitary pads to vulnerable girls, like those that are in Samburu, Turkana, and Narok. I haven't heard of it. So I tend to believe that they take pads as a luxury and not a need. Another thing is that most of the girls, they miss school because they don't have access to sanitary pads. And that is why you find that majority of girls from rural areas, and this includes Samburu, Turkana, and the rest, they opt to use some pieces of clothes, mud, some will use pieces of blankets, some will use chicken feathers, and etc., just to ensure that they will not miss out school, just because they are mensing and they don't have a sanitary pad. So what do? They'll use the alternatives that I've just provided. And I'm aware that the government distributed some tons of pads in different counties, and that's a great initiative. But then these things, they are not sustainable, as in they can't last for long. Definitely they can't last for a year. If they happen to come and bring those pads to your school, for instance, maybe hizo pads next year you won't find them, because zimesupplyiwa, they were specifically meant for 1 year. So after that 1 year, you'll go back to your mud, to your chicken feathers, and to your old blanket. Another thing is that some girls are experiencing, or rather they are starting their menstrual periods at a very young age, and that is why we term them as early maturers. They are those that start early as 8. And unfortunately, the information that they need to cope up with the transition is not available yet. Because personally, I believe I received an information concerning the transition when I was at the age of 13. So a girl who's just started her periods at the age of 8, she doesn't have any information about how to put on a pad, how to deal with cramps, how to deal with moods, how to deal with some nipples. Sometimes you just feel a strong, sharp pain. And now, take an instant that it has just happened to an 8-year-old girl, probably in class 4 or 3, and they don't have any info about them. I think the government should do something, like they should provide it's called, I don't know if it's civic education, as in there should be some guests from the World Health Organization to come and talk to girls, even as low as from class 3, because I believe there are early maturers and late maturers. So if you don't provide this information to an 8-year-old girl, then I see no need. As in, this girl, when she starts experiencing her things, the transition will just be a burden because she knows nothing. And as you know, our parents, they really don't want to talk about it. They never told you that some pads have got an effect on your skin. They never told you that you'll have a burning sensation and an itchiness around your pubic area. Sometimes when you're walking, there's this friction and sometimes it ends up damaging your skin. You unaanza kuchomeka, I don't know how you call it. And if you really don't know what pads to use and how to use them and maybe how to place it, definitely you'll be having an itchiness and some burning sensations that will create a discomfort in your pubic area. Being moody, some will diarrhea, some will vomit, some will have crazy cramps, some will have some bloating and some cysts, or rather some pimples that appear in those funny places. Sometimes you can find a big shiny pimple just hapo kwa mapua yako or kwa forehead, and it's so shiny. So sometimes they never told you that you'll start to experience these things, like those funny pimples, the nipples aching and all that. The thing is that they never told you that your flow could be unpredictable. Sometimes you could be having a drop of your period and the next time. And of course, there's this one thing that they never told you. If you are mensing or not, whether you be having an exam, be it an ICM, be it a neck, you'll still go to school or you still go to work. You'll have to do it because this is something that is just can't control it. And it's clear that our government has not even allowed us as women to be taking day offs during our periods, because I don't know, so that is all that I have for today, guys, concerning the world's menstrual hygiene day. And I hope that you've learned something. And of course, if you have a sister, a niece, or a friend, at least share this information, because watu wengine, they never got a chance to know all this. So guys, that's all for today. Let's keep talking about menstruation so that we can beat the taboo of not talking about it. Every woman out there, and of course, it's great to be a woman. Thank you, guys. Don't forget to share, subscribe, and of course, leave